In today's episode, guys, we're going to be speed building this ancient Greek villa.
Break it down like this.
Alright guys, today we're building an ancient Greek villa. So starting off, I'm trying to get the basic shape for the front of the villa using the walls from the Pueblo gallery. I then add this marble block trim around the bottom of the wall using a piece from the variant wall gallery. Adding more windows, walls and arches from the Pueblo gallery. Adding a staircase to get up to the balcony area. I initially tried to make it only half a tile wide, but it didn't really work, so I went for the full tile. Still shaping the villa out with the walls. I made some columns using the same marble piece as before, but I rotated it a bunch of times to create this ancient Greek column effect. I tried adding a tiled roof, but it was way too steep, so I replaced it with some wooden beams from the Pueblo gallery. I'm just shaping up the pathways and gardens around this area of the villa, trying to get a good layout. Here I make a thinner version of the marble column, which I'm going to use to make a fake doorway entrance. I add this small stone bench from Lucky Landing as the top of a door frame, but I didn't really think it fits the theme, so I replaced it later. I'm using a small wooden piece from the outdoor residential prop gallery to make a wooden trim which I used between the red and the white walls. Then I'm just adding a small ledge to the lower wall trim using the exact same marble piece as earlier, just slightly resized. And then adding some plants to see how it would look. Placing the floor for the next tier of the villa and then adding some small trees around the side. Here I'm extending out the staircase using the upside down planters and the marble wall from before. Now we move on to the next tier, marking out where I want the first pergola to go. For the pergola, I'm using the marble blocks for the main columns, and then the wooden beams I used for the wall trim to make the roof. I'm just using grid snap 16 to make the wooden beams as straight as I can. The whole roof is made from the same wooden beam piece from the outdoor residential prop gallery, which is a really useful prop. Just adding some more plants, some caps on the end of the marble columns, and some stair rails around the top of the villa. Moving further on around the front side now, placing some more walls and creating the basic shape for the villa. Outlining where the next pergola will be. It's made from the same pieces but has a slightly different roof design. Then just finishing up the top area with some more railings. Moving back down to the ground, I'm extending the wall trim around the front, marking out where the main entrance will be, and then adjusting the staircase from earlier. Starting out by completing all the marble decorations before adding the wooden wall trim, and starting on the main entrance wooden roof. Now I'm adding another of these wooden roof areas in the back. I'm still using the same pieces, I'm just changing the pattern each time. Extending the front of the villa now with some more walls, trying to get the size and layout of the building locked down. Adding some more railings and plants as I go. Just continuing with the marble wall trim along the ground, and then adding the marble ledge afterwards. So I decided to make some wooden window hatches using the same wooden piece we've been using for everything else. I made the main support underneath, and then resized the pieces to make the main face of the hatches. I then multi-select this custom prop and start placing it around the villa above different windows. I also used the red tent from the pirate props gallery to create a red fabric window trim. Now I'm just going around randomly adding some general plants to the house. Placing down the rest of the walls in the courtyard area so I can begin working on the back of the villa. Adding all of the walls and floors around the back so that the main structure is now complete. Then I'm also extending the pavement all the way around the villa and adding another small tower to the back of the building. So I use multi-select to copy the marble columns from the front to this new area around the back. I also create the back entrance the same way we did the front one, with the same pieces and design as before. Moving on to the last two pergolas in this villa, continuing to use grid snap and the wooden piece from the outdoor residential prop gallery. Now that all the main building has been completed, it's time to go around adding details and props to the build. I add some benches and plants along the top of the villa, and a water fountain in the courtyard. Outside the villa, I add a few more trees and plants in random places, before adding a few more last minute details to the build. So that's going to be the end of the speed build, guys. I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. So I'm going to release some tutorials on how to make some custom architecture soon. Probably the best person right now for custom architecture in Fortnite Creative is Tamalia. So if you guys want to learn how to make custom architecture like this, then I highly recommend checking out Tamalia's YouTube channel. I'll put a link to that down in the description below. I have made this map available as a free-for-all deathmatch. If you guys want to play this map with your friends, then the code will also be in the description. But I think that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Let me know what you think of this new speed build format, whether or not you want to see more speed builds. It's basically a shortened down version of the Let's Build series. Our speed builds will be limited to sort of like one building or one thing at a time. So let me know what you guys think of this type of video. That being said, guys, if you did enjoy today's episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.
There's no denial.